Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Gridiron Gals podcast. I'm Rita, the NFL chick,
And hey, everybody, it's Chelsea, aka Chelsea's right.
and we've gotten to almost the end of the NFL season with just a few games left, Chels. We've got college football playoff. It is officially arguing time, and a lot of arguing has been going on. So we will talk about
Mm-hmm.
that later, as well as our picks. So let's start with NFL news. Philip Rivers, who is a semifinalist currently for the NFL Hall of Fame, is with Indianapolis. He is currently in Indianapolis throwing passes to wide receivers because the Colts are out of quarterbacks and they need help. And so, what do? They call a 44-year-old man who had been 5 years removed from football to try to lead their team to an AFC South title and potentially a division push because Daniel Jones is done for the season. So, when you heard the news, Chels, what were your thoughts?
Well, I thought it was a joke at first.
Didn't
Um,
we all?
Philip Rivers hasn't played football for 5 years. The only thing he's been doing is making more babies. Um, I don't even know how they got to that. Like, what made you say, we should call Philip Rivers? I wonder what he's doing. Um, Maybe they thinking that it was going to kind of be the same as Joe Flacco, but Joe Flacco wasn't 5 years removed from the league at that time. But I don't know what they have. One of the reporters asked him how much he weighed, and I know what he was getting at. He looks like he hasn't played football in 5 years. So I don't know. Are they doing scout team? Do they want just his expertise? I don't know. The man had on the Colts outfit. I think that if you bring in Philip Rivers in, your intention is for him to play. And this is, I really don't know what to make of any of this. I really
So
don't.
apparently, the offense that they run in Indianapolis is the offense that Rivers has played in essentially his entire career. And the head coach of the Colts and Rivers talk on a regular basis. They've stayed in touch, post retirement. So those two things are the reasons why I guess they called him. He's familiar with the system. Apparently, that was the same system that he was running for his son's high school team. Because remember, he was a high school football coach. And so, he's familiar with a lot of the parts of it. And again, he has a close relationship with the coach for the Colts. None of that to me is any good enough reason to be calling Phillip Rivers dog. You got Ryan Tannehill out here probably bored. You got Derek Carr out here who's probably bored. Hell, you got Cam Newton who's doing podcasts. All of
He
those
definitely
guys are
bored.
are under the age of 40. That's what I know. Okay. And you called Philip Rivers instead, who the only thing I can come up with is like Rivers was told that he was not a first ballot Hall of Famer. And so he was like, well, since I'm not going in this year, then, I'm just going to maybe when my time comes up again in 5 years, because if he's on the active roster, he loses his spot for the Pro
Restart the
Football
clock.
Hall of Fame. He has to start the clock all over again. He has to so if he play if they move him from practice squad to active roster, it's over. He got to start over. So the only thing I can come up with is like Rivers found out he was not a first ballot Hall of Famer, and he was just like, all right, cool. Well, maybe when I go back in 5 more years, then I'll be a first ballot Hall of Famer then. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I can come up with because this is insane. This is ridiculous. And do you dislike your children and grandchild that much where you just was like, you know, y'all stay here. I think I'm gonna go to Indianapolis for a couple weeks and play some football, just to bring back some memories. It's like, how does that work? I
Like,
don't
it really
understand.
just doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
I, I, is it money? It,
I doubt
it,
it. Doubt it very seriously. I don't think he's broke.
Because I just think that it's just, especially with how that team was being run previously by, Ursay's daughter, I just wonder what went into her green lighting this decision. And what are your expectations here? Because you are trying to win the division, you are trying to, at minimum, get a wild card pick, and you bring in Philip Rivers, who has not played. Like, I could see even if he was 2 years removed, he is 5 years removed. He's going to be
Now I'm
playing with
interested.
guys. He's going to be playing with guys that were in high school the last time he played professional football. Like, what is it that you want here?
To get away from them kids.
No, I'm talking about what the Colts want. I mean,
Oh, well,
what
they
do the
want
Colts
to
want?
win. They want to win.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna spend no more time talking about that because that just doesn't make any sense. If you want to win, let's bring in somebody that ain't played in 5 years. That's closer to being a senior citizen than not.
I'm with you. I don't understand it. I mean, even with everything that I told you about, like, the offenses being the same, blah, 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 blah. Hey, man, I'm sorry. It's still not enough. They done
Mm-mm.
stole Danny Dimes' number because Danny Dimes is on injured reserve. So now Phillip Rivers can wear the number 17. It's too much. Too much, friend. I don't even know what's going on. Like, how in the world did we get here? But we are here. And this is just another
Yeah.
day in the NFL. So yeah, let's move along. Speaking of Chargers, though, Phillip Rivers' former team, uh, they played in front of what felt like a home crowd. I thought that they was in Philadelphia when they was
Yeah.
in LA.
Yeah.
But guess what? They ended up beating the Philadelphia Eagles, 22-19. And Jalen Hurts had 4 interceptions, and that one play that we keep seeing, get replayed is crazy. He threw a pick to, like, it looked like a lineman. The lineman then fumbled, and then Jalen recovered that fumble, and then he got tackled, and then he fumbled
And the ball
again,
came out.
and then the defender, for the Chargers ends up getting the ball. So Jalen throws 4 interceptions in that game, and of course, everybody's like, "Oh, what are you going to do about Jalen Hurts?" And they asked head coach Nick Sirianni, like, "Do you think about benching Jalen Hurts?" And he's like, "Absolutely not. Like, no, I'm not doing that." So, um, I mean, currently the Eagles are 8-5, and do they play the Cowboys again, friend?
No. Mm-mm.
Y'all are done for the
No.
year, okay?
Hmm.
But what is the Cowboys' record currently?
The Cowboys are 6-6-1.
Okay. So they're not that far behind, is the point that I'm
Mm-mm.
trying to make here.
Mm-hmm.
What do we think about Philadelphia? Do we think that the Eagles, I don't want to say make the playoffs because I feel like mm, that's probably still a possibility. I think that they play Washington twice
Mm-hmm.
at the stretch of the season, which Washington doesn't even have Jaden Daniels at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But does the Cowboys have a chance, friend? What do we think?
So I think that the I remember 2023 when this same thing happened. And the Eagles I think they went something like 10-2, and then they lost out, and the Cowboys ended up winning the division. The Cowboys won the division, had a much better record winning that division. I don't think the bottom will fall out quite that bad, especially when you look at like the last few games that they're playing. I mean, they play the Raiders, the Commanders, the Bills, and the Commanders again. So that is likely 3 out of 4 losses there, which means that would get them to what, 11 and something, whatever. I don't think the Cowboys are going to be able to catch that. I don't think that that's going to happen. Well, if the Eagles, right the ship and keep going. I mean, they have a 3-game skid here. They ain't looking good. I just don't think that they're going to lose out. No, I don't think they're going to lose out.
Yeah, I just
And
don't
if
see
they
how
lose
they
to the Commanders,
Without, yeah.
even once, boy. So I don't think so. I think that the Cowboys had a better chance of actually getting to the playoffs if they had beat Detroit. But the thing about the Cowboys losing to Detroit is I don't understand what people thought about the Lions. Like the Lions are a good team. They have lost some games that they should have won, but like they are a better team. They should have won that
Mm-hmm.
game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I think that the Cowboys have like they're amped up. They are proud of what they did, winning 3 games in 9 days. But I think it's going to be too little, too little, too late. And it is a direct reflection on the first half of that season. So I don't think the Eagles have that to worry about. What they should be worried about is what's going to happen when they get in the playoffs.
Okay, yeah, that's a fair point. That is a fair point. At this point, if you're
Y'all
hearing
can't run the
this,
ball.
which is it's so funny to see how Saquon, even Derrick Henry, right? Like they went from being like 1-2 punches last year to like struggling. Like Derrick Henry just got 1,000 yards. I don't know how many yards Saquon has,
Mhm.
but like the Jonathan Taylors and the James Cooks of the world are now like the leaders. But running
Yeah.
the football is a big part of what the Philadelphia Eagles do, obviously. And because they're not running the football well, it's just like everything else falls into place. You and I had a conversation just a few weeks ago about Jalen Hurts. Like I felt like we were like, we don't necessarily want to call him a game manager, but he's like a glorified game manager. Everything has to kind of work for him. And when something's not working, a
Mhm.
la Saquon, it
Yep.
it changes the like he's not. I don't want to use the word good because I'm not trying to be disrespectful by any means. He's not talented enough to
Mhm.
overcome certain adversities.
Yeah.
Let me say that.
He can't. He does not put the. He cannot put the team on his back like Lamar does.
Correct.
Now,
Correct.
and I know that Lamar has missed some things here lately, right? But typically it is it's not a situation where as Lamar goes, so goes the team. But you know who it is like that with the Cowboys, and people don't give Dak that credit. When Dak is having a good game, everybody's winning. So I also think, and I looked it up, Saquon Barkley has 862 yards.
Wow.
Need to be running the ball way better than that. And when you get to the playoffs, there's only two things that matter: defense and being
Mm-hmm.
able to run that ball. And
Mm-hmm.
if you can't do either of those consistently, you will be one and done, just like the Cowboys have historically, well, for several seasons, been one and done, one and done. And it's that defense, and it's the inability to really consistently run the ball. And so that's what they're going to be looking at. I mean, and then I think that they probably are letting a lot of noise get to their heads. You got AJ Brown is talking, talking, talking. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Hey, he dropped 2 big passes in that game.
And
So
hey,
while
shut
you're
up,
running your
brother.
mouth,
Hey, brother,
while
shut
you're
the fuck up
running
from here
your
on
mouth.
out.
So listen, and listen, every interception is going to be on the quarterback. It goes in their little stat sheet or whatever. But not every one of those interceptions was on Jalen Hurts. The reason why you have an AJ Brown is because you supposed to catch the passes that most other people can't catch. You supposed to catch the ones that 50-50 ball. You're supposed to be able to do that. You ain't supposed to be looking around like, where my flag at? What was your hands at? So I think there's enough blame to go around. I don't think that Jalen's nonchalant demeanor helps things. People don't want folks that are like, oh, well, we're just gonna do, blah blah blah. People don't want to hear that. But that's just his personality. But yeah, they definitely got some things to work out on offense, and the people they trying to burn the offensive coordinator house down. So I don't know. I really don't know. I was actually shocked that that game ended like that. I was
Me
shocked.
too. I was asleep. I fell asleep on it, but then like I caught the very end of the like overtime with the interception, and I was just like, oh, okay. Like, well, Didn't see that
Yeah.
happening, but it's the
Yeah.
NFL. Things like that happen. And like you said, the Eagles just haven't played well, and they have to figure out how to run the football. They're gonna have to figure this out before they get to the playoffs. Like that's gonna have to
Tomorrow.
happen tomorrow.
Hmm.
862 yards, 5 touchdowns for Saquon. That's so pedestrian considering a year ago we were just having conversations about him potentially eclipsing 2,000 yards. So
Yep.
that's wild. Wild.
Hmm.
Stark
Ever
contrast.
since he went skinning and grinning up in that man's face, he ain't did shit.
Oh, I ain't want to say it, girl. I ain't want to say it.
Go find. Maybe you can get some of your golf buddy to help you block so you can get some more yards.
Oh, the golf buddy that lied on him, remember? Because he
And I
lied on him.
lied and lied on. Call your golf
Mhm.
buddy,
Everything that man
please.
touch turns goes from sugar to shit, honey. Every single
Hey,
thing. John
ask the
Harbaugh learning
commanders
it too.
about it. John Harbaugh, the Commanders ain't won since they had him up in there reading his Easter speech up in the thing.
Look, T. What they say? Clock it.
Clock it.
Clock it. Oops.
They had that man up there reading his Easter speech. Cause Josh, what's his name? Josh, whatever. He want to make
Josh
sure that he
Harris.
get that.
Josh Harris.
He want to make sure he get that Redskins stadium deal go through. So he said, "Yeah, you can come here and read. You go up there reading this speech and talking in front of that half the stadium full of people that you done laid off."
And they didn't flip the
They booed
bird
the
at
shit out
him
of him.
and
They
booed
booed
the
the
shit out
shit.
of
I
him.
mean, the boo birds was booing, and so
Bad.
y'all ain't did shit since. Ain't did shit since. So,
Uh-oh. Oop. Clock it.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Clock it.
Well,
Oh. Another team that ain't really did shit since
oops.
somebody was siding with this young man is that old man is the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs friend what the kids say they 6'7". That's what
They
they are,
six
friend.
seven.
They 6'7". Chiefs are six
Girl.
seven, and guess what? And it look, I definitely I don't remember how we picked that game. I think we
Oh, I
both
picked
picked
the
the
Texans.
Texans. Did we both pick the
Yeah.
Texans? I know you
I
did, but
think you picked.
I couldn't.
Yeah, I think you picked the Chiefs. I picked
But
the
I don't even
Texans.
know why I would pick the Chiefs.
Because you just like to go against me. You think that's funny.
Oh,
So
I might have said since you picked, yeah, I was gonna pick the Texans,
yeah,
but since you did it,
yeah.
but
I don't know why you do
listen.
that.
If I did that, I promise you, I did. I did that just for the sake of just having like some balance. I definitely didn't think that the Chiefs was going to beat the Texans. That defense is just too good. The Chiefs don't have enough really to do anything. And then Harrison Butker, did you know?
That man is on the take.
Did you know
If
that
there is
he
a
is leading? Wait. Did you know though that
oh,
he
sorry.
leads the league in missed kicks? Did you know that?
Hey, that's all right. That's add that to my research. Add that to my I am telling you. Listen to me. Listen. If you so we know all of these betting scandals with baseball and basketball, right? In football, it's a little bit trickier because you have way more people playing all at one time. But what you can control passes caught, and you can control field goals.
You
That
said that
man
man
is on the
cheated.
take. That man is on the take. Check the betting apps. Check the text messages. That man is on the take.
Why you think that, Frank? Why you think so?
Why would he? Why would he be missing so many field goals? It's like, why are you missing so many field goals? You losing the games for them, but then also, why you still got a job? Because
Well, I
y'all
mean,
all on the take.
who you gonna bring in? Justin Tucker?
I don't know. I mean, maybe you could bring in somebody that can make a field goal.
Look.
Put it this way: are you taking somebody to the playoff? If they make it to the playoffs, are you taking somebody to the playoffs that's been missing all of these field goals?
You don't really have a choice. So yes, because last year he definitely didn't have this problem. He has it now. So, but this is absolutely something that you have to rehash in the offseason. You have to say, what is it? There's no kickers out here that are good, because if they were good, they would be on NFL rosters. That's my thought process behind it. My thing is that what do you do moving forward, though? Like after the season
Mhm.
is over, and it is very possible, friend, that the Chiefs don't make the playoffs. What
I'm a
did
yeah.
what did you say is a 15% chance? Is that what you 11 to 15% chance currently that the
Mhm.
Chiefs even make the playoffs, right? So
Yep.
it's not looking too good for them, and they ain't played Denver yet, okay? Or I don't think they played the Chargers again. So
Yep.
you got you got that situation. And then in the off season, you gotta be like, so you either gotta take a pay cut, bro, because we ain't getting our money worth, or we gonna have to.
So he has missed. He missed 4 field goals this year and 4 extra points.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's
Mm-hmm.
why. Yeah, 4 extra points. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like I remember one year when the Steelers kept missing extra points, and Mike Tomlin had them going for 2 every time.
Yes.
Uh, he said, "We'll take care of this. Don't worry."
Hey, hey, don't
Yeah.
worry about it. I'm gonna go ahead and do what I gotta do. So
Look,
I look, nobody wants Butker's downfall more than us on this podcast. Okay. We want to see the downfall. We don't care how that sounds. You know, some people we just don't like around here. He
they
one of
said
them
every
people.
time he missed a kick, the woman get a PhD. Take your
Hey,
ass to the
listen.
goddamn kitchen.
Okay, you need to go in the kitchen. You're not being
You
an
go to the
NFL kicker
kitchen.
right now. You need to
No,
go
go
in
to
the
the kitchen.
kitchen.
Go
You
make
know,
some
let your
muffins.
wife go out here and make the donuts because you ain't doing a good enough job right now. You about to be in the unemployment line in a few months. Just wait for
Mm-hmm.
it, buddy. Look, buddy, buddy. All right. It is week 15, friend.
Oh
I don't
Lord,
even. I don't know how we got here. I don't know how we
it's
got to
been
week
flying.
15, but
It
we
has
are
been
here.
flying.
It is a week of 15. The NFL is just so weird this year. It's just, it's weird. It's just, I don't know what to make of it. It's just so weird. Um, let's start with the Thursday night game. Falcons at Buccaneers.
This one should actually be pretty interesting. I will say I'm going to pick Tampa Bay, mostly because Tampa Bay got to win this game. Um, yeah, they got to win this game. The Panthers yeah, they got to win this game. I don't trust Atlanta. I'm never picking Atlanta for anything. I don't trust them.
Thank.
They make a fool of me every time. So I'm going to pick the Buccaneers, but they got to win this one.
I'm not picking Atlanta no more this season, friend. I just refuse to
Mm-mm.
do it, and
No.
that's just what it's
Mm-mm.
gonna be. Okay, we have on Sunday Browns at Bears. It is going to be a wind chill of negative 20 degrees.
Child, just listen, just call the game. That is too cold for people to be outside. But I know that the people in those areas are very used to that. So, meanwhile, we got cold weather over here, and I'm like, what is the world is ending? I am going with the Bears here. They can't drop nothing. That is a tight division.
Yeah.
That is a
So,
really tight division. So I'm going with the Bears here.
I'm also going with the Bears. Ravens at Bengals.
The Ravens have to win this game.
I don't mean shit.
Yeah, they
I'm
have to win.
gonna pick the Ravens
I,
just because look, the last
I
time they had
think,
five
yeah,
turnovers, I don't think that that's gonna happen
yeah.
again. I don't think that debacle
Yeah,
is
and
gonna
the, and
happen
the
again.
Ravens are favored by a point and a half, so that's a push anyway. But I'm gonna go with the Ravens, and it ain't must
Yeah.
win. It's gonna be cold in Cincinnati too.
Well, Chad, then I guess I got to go with the Bengals. Chargers at Chiefs.
I think the Chiefs will beat the Chargers. The Chargers should have lost on Monday night. The Chargers look crazy. Marion Hampton is back, and that's really good. But Justin Herbert is just not that good.
Well,
I
he
don't think
also
he can see.
that he got that left
He
wrist
got a
that
left
he's
hand.
babying.
Yeah, he's
And,
hurt.
and even
Yeah,
though
but he
it's
also
not his
can't see.
throwing, yeah, it's not even though it's not his throwing wrist, that's still like you still overcompensating and all those types of
Hmm.
things. So I think I'm going with the Chiefs for this one as well. This is good. Bills at Patriots.
Ooh, this game should have been flexed to Sunday night.
Please.
They should have made this one a Sunday night game.
Because the Sunday night game
Wow.
is the Vikings and the Cowboys. And no disrespect to the Cowboys, but don't nobody want to see no fucking Vikings. And that's
Yeah,
just the
and I
real.
don't want to see. I don't want to see that game. Yes, no, that
This
should have
should have
been a
been
daytime
flexed.
game. That should have been flexed. Is it too late to
Or at
make a
least a
call?
four
That should be
o'clock. At
flexed.
least a 4:25. Give us the quasi
Yeah,
prime.
yeah. So, I I'm gonna go with New England just because they're at home. Buffalo is favored by a point and a half, but I'm gonna go with New England at home. But also, Buffalo need to win that game.
I'm actually going with the Bills here. I think that the Bills just feel like they probably are starting to feel the pressure, and I think that they
Yeah.
find a way to push through on
See,
that
they
one.
can't start off slow here like they
I
did
agree.
last week. They can't start off
Yeah,
slow. So,
I
yeah.
agree with that. So they got to do it. Raiders at Eagles.
I'm gonna tell y'all, don't do it, Eagles. Don't do it. You
I
better
don't think
beat
that.
them. I'm picking.
I don't think that
Yeah,
that's gonna happen, friend. I don't think that that's gonna happen. So
yeah,
we're gonna do we both going with the Eagles. This is not happening. Jets at Jaguars. I think that they are potentially on their third string quarterback for the Jets. Both Tyrod and Justin Fields is out. Is dealing with injuries.
yeah. I'm going absolutely going with Jacksonville there. They got a disrespectful line on there though.
Yeah.
That look like a college
13 and a
line.
half.
13 and a half is nasty work. But the Eagles line is
13 and
11 and a
a
half. I mean,
half.
that's nasty half, and that's nasty work in the NFL. But yeah, we can move on from that.
Cardinals at Texans.
That's another one we can move on from.
Okay, cool. Packers at Broncos.
Woo! Woo! I am very interested in that game.
Yes,
I'm going with Green Bay.
I am too, friend.
Hmm.
I'm. The Broncos offense just don't move me.
Yeah,
They don't. They don't move me.
yeah.
They don't move me. And that defense is obviously good, but guess what? Packers got defense too, and
Yep.
so that's going to be interesting to go.
Yeah, I think they unmatched. Hmm.
I'm also going with the Packers. Excuse me. Lions at Rams.
That should be another good one. Um,
I'm, I'm with. Yeah.
yeah, I'm with the Rams too. I'm with the Rams.
Lions just they losing their luster too. I don't know what's going on with them, but they don't look right. Um, I'm also going with the Rams. Panthers at Saints.
Hmm. The Saints like uh to play spoiler and to mess people up a little bit, but
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with Carolina on this one.
Okay. I am going. I want to pick the Saints because they've been spoiling people. They've been spoiling people. I want to do it. I want to do it, and
Do
they
it. Have
in New
some fun.
Orleans.
Have
Let's
some
have some
fun.
fun. I'm rolling with the
Yeah.
Saints. Let me who that. Who that? It's gonna be the Saints. Titans at 49ers. Can we move along? Okay,
Yes,
cool.
we can.
Colts with Philip Rivers
Is he
potentially.
starting? They said he wasn't went to the pack. Well, either
I
way, I'm
don't
picking
know. I
Seattle.
said
I don't care
potentially,
who's
but they
playing.
don't have no quarterback.
I don't care who's playing. I'm picking Seattle. I
All
don't
right.
care.
Vikings at Cowboys. We know Charles ain't picking against some Cowboys, and I'm also not picking against some Cowboys. I'm picking the Cowboys. And then Monday Night Football, Dolphins, who has clawed their way back into relevancy somehow,
They
some way,
saved Black Mike's job.
against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I'm picking the Steelers.
I'm
The
picking the
Dolphins are a
Dolphins,
little.
right?
You picking the Dolphins?
They've been looking decent the last few games, so I'm
Hey,
gonna go ahead. All right, and the to-be game of the week is Washington Commanders at New York Giants. This is a Washington Commanders team that will see Marcus Mariota, because I don't want to mess his name up, and not Jaden Daniels. Again,
how
who will
long?
be out?
How long is Jaden out for?
We don't know, but he ain't playing Sunday. That's what I do
Mm,
know.
That re-injury
And
was, well,
yes,
everybody could
yeah,
see that coming.
he re-injured the elbow, so he's out. And then the Giants team, who just fired their defensive coach the other day because he ain't like the seating arrangements on the plane. So who we going with here, friend?
I'll go with the Giants.
I mean, yeah, you know, the Giants only like to play 3 quarters of football. So for shits and giggles, I'm gonna go with the Commanders because for whatever reason, the Giants be forgetting how to play football in the fourth quarter, and then we go from here. So that is our Week 15 NFL picks. All right, now this is all of the time that you have been waiting for. It is arguing time, friend, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody is arguing. Everybody is upset, and it is. I just love it. I love the chaos of it all. It's a mess, and I love it. And we're gonna start with the Notre Dame drama because that is all that everybody is talking about right now. So we got to talk about it
Yeah.
too. So, of course, you
Yep.
all know Notre Dame is not in the college football playoff. Miami went in instead, as well as Alabama. And Notre Dame is pissed off, honey. And they said, I'm not going to play in that Pop Tart bowl that you keep trying to put me in. Fuck y'all. Fuck your mama.
Pop tart.
And fuck the ACC. They over there, they said, fuck you as a crew, an organization and everything you stand for. They mad at everybody, friend. And their fans are mad at everybody. And I'm just over here and just enjoying the view. I mean, I'm a Florida Gator fan. I don't have no dog in no fight. But one thing I am, baby, is a number one Notre Dame hater. So I love them being upset about what the hell is going on. So, do we think that the committee got it right?
I I think that when I think about the college football playoff committee, I don't look about whether or not they got things right or wrong because I don't think that the way the system is set up that anything will be absolutely right. I think that I agree with their rationale in this particular case, but I don't think that they apply that rationale across the board, and that's the reason why this whole system is flawed. But the thing with Notre Dame is you're not in a conference. And so the competition is different. The way you're looked at is different. You can't say I want to be independent, but then still have all of the rights and regalia as you do as somebody in one of the Power Five conferences. And then when you look at Miami and Notre Dame together, um, the justification was the head to head. And that's righteous. I mean, they didn't beat them. I think that every single year you're going to have somebody that feels like they should have got in and they shouldn't have, and this person shouldn't get in. Alabama shit the bed in the SEC championship game on Saturday, but they did not drop in their standings. If it was a regular season, when you play somebody that is 6 games ahead of you in the ranking and you lose to them, it's losing, and then it's how you losing or whatever. But if you take away that SEC championship, you have Alabama, Miami, and Notre Dame all equal. And I I definitely see why
Equal,
they
but
put Alabama equal
equal in
as
terms
far
of.
as the number of wins and losses. If
Okay,
you take
okay. You
yeah,
said minus the SEC championship.
yes,
Got it. Okay.
minus the SEC championship. And so if you put the SEC championship against them, it will blow up the whole people going to the championship games. Because like, well, what did I go for? If I didn't go, I'd have been in. Like Ole Miss. So I see all of the formulas. But when you got all of these different formulas, the real thing is they're saying is that none of this shit fucking works. None of it makes sense. It made sense when the conferences were the same, but now you got everybody jumping conferences, and you got conferences that are swelling up, got more people, and you got conferences that went away, and all of that kind of shit. So it is very convoluted, and I'm just like, get rid of the whole shit. Let's go back to the bowl system because let's just argue the regular way. So, I mean, I think that a lot of teams can make cases for why they should have gotten in or they shouldn't. So I don't know about right versus wrong here, but I think that they made a justification that made sense, and that was the head to head.
Miami, meaning
Miami and
Miami.
Notre Dame. Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, listen, and nobody's ever going to be happy. Every year we have a team that's not happy. One year it was Florida State because Jordan Travis got hurt at the last game or the game
Oh
before,
yeah,
something
I
like
remember that.
so they didn't go in even though they were undefeated, understandably so, but you not having your starting quarterback does change the dynamic. Georgia lost to Alabama a few years ago in the SEC championship. Georgia was out of the college football playoff last year. It was Alabama that was out of the college football playoff. Nobody's ever going to be happy. That's just what it's going to be. And now it's Notre Dame. Now the difference is that Notre Dame, unlike the other teams that I mentioned, is not handling this well at all. And they have an entitlement problem. All these other teams are in conferences. Florida State's in the ACC, Georgia and Alabama's in the
Hmm.
SEC. Notre
Hmm.
Dame has no affiliation. They've chosen to do this for I
Yep.
don't know how long. And so I was arguing with somebody about this, like online, like, basically the old Notre Dame has all this revenue. And I was like, and guess what? Notre Dame
I saw that
barely,
too.
barely beat out a 4-8 Florida team in terms of top teams watched in college football. Notre Dame was 10th with 3.18 million viewers, and Florida was 11 with 3.15 viewers. Y'all not that important, okay? This is not the
Or they
80s.
think they are.
This is
Hmm.
not the 80s. No one gives a shit about y'all the way you think that they do in the because and I'm gonna tell you
Hmm.
what, look, if the committee felt that way, they would have put them in. And guess what? Tulane or James Madison wouldn't have made their way in. Somebody would have had to find their way out of the equation. Okay. Somebody was getting put out of the equation if they felt like Notre Dame was this big deal where they had to make sure because they have all this revenue that they needed to be there. The committee didn't give a shit enough about putting them there. So if the committee didn't give a shit, why should you? Why are you bringing that up? Because clearly it didn't matter when it came down to picking who belonged. All the teams, it's the top 10 teams were literally majority SEC teams and
And Big
two
Ten.
Big Ten teams, Ohio
Hmm.
State and Michigan. And if you want to go to the top 20, it's essentially SEC, period. 15, whatever. You know, I'm just making a point like y'all think y'all important. You're not important. Alabama and Miami had a win against top 10 teams,
Yep.
both. Notre Dame
Hmm.
had none. They had zero.
Yep.
They lost the head to head to Miami. Okay. So immediately, Miami has two things against you: the head to head and beating a top 10 opponent. Like
Hmm.
you said, with Alabama, they have three losses, but that one loss is because they had an extra game. Oh, because they're in a conference and they played a championship game. So it
And the one, and they beat Georgia and Ole Miss in the regular
they did.
season. So
They
like I
did.
was like when people say Alabama shouldn't have been out, I was like, y'all don't know what this is. That strength of schedule makes a difference in college. It makes a difference. It your
Meanwhile,
who you
Notre Dame was
play.
like beating Arkansas, like teams that nobody gave a fuck about.
Yeah, yeah, it makes a difference, and how bad you beat them makes a difference. Like
Yep.
you not if it's a team that is like off in the outskirts and you beat them by a touchdown, that's gonna go against you. So yeah,
Yep.
I think that I think you and I must have seen the same comment about Notre Dame and the revenue and the popularity, and I was like, that's only for people Notre Dame fans. Only y'all think like that. Like only y'all think that you think that you're gonna have more than Miami. You think you're gonna have more than Ohio State, and in the same state, all eyes are on Indiana.
Right now, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, y'all gotta y'all yeah, but they are not handling well. You know what a comment I saw? I can't remember who said that. Was it Van? Van might have said that. Van Lathan might have said that. Said that Notre Dame is the Drake of college football. Why would you say that? He said it's the drink of
Oh,
college football. You want to lose?
oh,
You took your ball and go home, and they made that statement like, "We will not be playing in the bowl game."
that's right. Take your ball and go home. So Clark Lee, the coach of Vanderbilt, they was trying to find their way to get into the college football playoff, and they failed. But they do have a bowl game, and he was asked at a press conference, like, "Are you guys gonna play?" And he was like, "Yep, we play. We enjoy football around here. We do football around here.
Ooh,
We don't make we
ooh.
show up." And I
And how
like it.
about that?
I
And let that one
I
hold
like
you.
it. I like it.
Let
He
that
said
one
he ain't
hold you.
taking his ball home. He said he gonna show y'all why Vanderbilt should have been in the college football playoff. And that's what
Hmm.
you're supposed to do. You're supposed to show up for your bowl game and say, "This is why you should have chosen us." So then when next year comes, but look, next year comes, and they allegedly they have a thing where they can automatically get a spot if they meet certain criteria. So I really don't want to hear this shit. Okay, I don't. I don't want to hear it. You're gonna be
Yeah.
here for time to come, and the committee said, "Oh, well, before that happens, they ain't do enough. So let's do this the right way. See y'all next year." And moved along. I'm all for it. I
Yeah.
love that. I love it. Also, championship weekend happened. We saw Indiana upset Ohio State. Friend, I have a question.
Uh-oh.
Does Mendoza have a thinking problem?
So there's something happening there.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. But all of his press conference, all of his post game shows are the same. They all look just like that. That was not, I want to be clear. That was not the first,
it's
second,
not.
or third.
I don't
He
think
doesn't,
he. I don't think it's a thinking problem in the way that we use thinking problem.
okay, right. Yes.
Not like a Jalen Miro thinking problem, because
Yes,
he had
yes,
thinking
yes.
problem. But I
Yes.
think that is he may be neurodivergent
I was just
yeah.
getting ready to say he comes
And
off
actually,
neurodivergent to me.
yeah, yes, he does come off like that. Um, I people that are and this is just listen. I've heard few things. I'm not diagnosing him. Please don't whatever do y'all whatever thing y'all be doing when people say stuff. Um, but they people who are on the spectrum are surprisingly can be very good athletes.
Oh,
And it's what they
100%.
use. Yeah.
Jeremiah
Or and
Love
they
is
also.
a prime example. He
Hmm.
they did a segment on him on ESPN, and he mentioned
Hmm.
that he was on the spectrum, and
Yep.
look at him.
Uh, People that are neurodivergent, people that have dyslexia, and we talked about that. Asia Wilson, and they make also good coaches. Think about your coaches that you be like, damn, uh-huh. So yeah, he's a lot of fun to me. I
I mean,
thought it was fun. He makes me laugh.
look, it's a
Oh no,
joy.
I'm just oh no, I
I just
understand
was
what you're saying.
like,
I'm just
hey,
saying how I feel. He's a lot of fun.
yeah, yeah,
He's a lot of
and
fun.
so look, that's crazy. Every time I feel like every time if we drank, every time a college kicker missed a field goal or extra point, we would be dead. Okay, that was a chip shot for Ohio State. A chip shot. He missed it, and I just was like, "What the fuck?" You know what I'm
I
saying?
know.
We do not
You know
view
we're about to say
Indiana.
college kickers.
I know, right? We don't view Indiana as a football school. It's always been
No,
a basketball school, and
the
now
Hoosiers.
they've won the Big Ten
They are number
over
one in the
Penn
country.
State, over
Now,
Ohio State, over
hey,
Michigan, over,
over
you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy to
it's
me.
crazy. And I like coaches like that. I like soundbite coaches. He remind me of the head ball coach, Steve Spurrier. He said, "Google me." I said, "Oh, you my type of dude." He
Look,
said,
well, he
"Google
just
me." I
got
went
paid,
ham.
so you better Google him and see how much money he got.
Mm-hmm.
He said,
Mm-hmm.
"I'm paid and I'm out here winning and what
And winning. And winning. Yep.
and
Talk about
winning."
bragging rights. My goodness. So
So
yeah, I'm happy for that. That's fun to see a team. It's actually fun to me to see teams get in that would normally get in, and I think that is
I
the whole
agree.
purpose of expanding. And I heard Booger McFarlane get on my fucking nerves sometimes, and he said, people don't want to see, teams like Tulane and James Madison and stuff like that. Well, listen, that is something that lay people say. That is not something that you, as a commentator on the show, should be saying about schools that have done everything that they were supposed to do to get into the
Yep.
playoffs. You
Yep.
don't say, well, people don't want to say that just because you haven't watched the games or don't respect it, or you don't think it's going to be competitive. You let that show up on the field. They did what they needed
Mm-hmm.
to do to get in. And if you don't think it's going to be a competitive game, shit, guess what? I remember seeing Notre Dame versus Alabama in the championship game, and Notre Dame ain't crossed the 50-yard line.
I remember that shit too.
So what are you talking about here? So I was like, why don't you say something like that? Like, these kids and these coaches, they played their hearts out and they got to where they are, and they deserve to be where they are. And you gonna say nobody wants to see them, and they're gonna be. It was him, and it was a couple of others that say, oh, they're gonna be one and out. Well, a whole bunch of teams are gonna be one and out. That's why they're in the playoffs. You don't get
Mm-hmm.
to play multiple games in the playoffs. So like, give everybody a chance, and I think that it's inspiring, and especially for a team like JMU who's about to get your boy down there. So like, yeah, show up.
It's crazy.
So
I
it's
like
crazy.
having other teams in the mix. Allow them to have an
Yeah,
opportunity. I think that that's fair. I think it's only right. And
yeah,
guess what, Notre Dame, you need to do better. If show it, find a way to win better, find a way to get in a championship, a conference, so then you don't have to have these problems. But until you do, I really
hmm
don't give a fuck about your feelings. I'm sorry.
call.
Um, yeah. So SEC championship, of course, we saw how that went. And look, we talked about this last week on the podcast. I think we both was like, yeah, it feels like that Georgia's gonna find a way to turn this around,
Yeah.
and they did.
hmm
So
Yeah, and Alabama is, in the playoffs. Alabama will play Oklahoma on the 19th, and they probably gonna lose that one too because they can't run the ball and they got too many injuries right now. So hopefully people can get healthy over the next, less than 2 weeks. But like, you can't, again, like we said before, you can't run the ball. It's over.
I
It's
don't,
over.
I,
When you get down to the big leagues, you can't
don't
run the
matter
ball.
the
It's over.
level. Don't matter the
Don't matter.
level.
It don't matter.
Don't matter the level.
Got to run that
So
ball.
yes, so Alabama, although they did lose in the SEC championship, they still find their way into the playoffs. Texas Tech routed BYU. I mean, it just is what it is. And so the top four teams, of course, is um, Indiana, Ohio State, Georgia, and Texas Tech, and all of those teams get a first round bye. So we'll start to see the other teams, including Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, and Bama, Miami, Tulane, and then James Madison. So I'm really excited about the games. I think people fail to realize that the college football playoff is still a consistent of bowl games. I know that you wanted it to be like back in the day where it's like all these bowl games, and it still will be. Don't let Notre Dame try to make it seem like, oh, everybody's quitting bowl games now or whatever. No
No,
one,
no,
that's
no.
not
Nobody's following that. Mm-mm,
nobody's
mm-mm,
following that. And then
mm-mm.
look, even when it comes to bowl games, you have potential NFL prospects. They're gonna sit out, but it allows you to see whoever's on that bench that've been waiting for their opportunity to play. So
Mhm.
just
Mhm.
make sure. Look, I love bowl season. I'm not gonna start watching it just because Notre Dame decided that they don't want to be in the Pop Tart Bowl. I don't really give a shit. They don't make or break my viewing anyway. So enjoy the bowl season is basically what I'm saying. And don't forget that the college football playoff, there are bowl games too. They're bowl games.
They're bowl games.
They're still bowl games. Okay. It's gonna be called the something something bowl, the sugar bowl, the Rose Bowl. It's still gonna be called those things, remember? So don't forget it
Yep.
and make sure that you watch because it should be good. All right. Volcano time. Who are we putting in the volcano this week, Chels?
So I think we have a joint contender this week for the
Yes, we do.
volcano.
We do.
We are putting Michigan's head football coach into the volcano. because the information came to us today that he has been fired from his $6 million
Sharon
a
Moore.
year. Sharon Moore, that he has been fired. I didn't know if people would understand who I was talking about when I said Michigan football head coach,
That's why I was like, let
but
me just say his
he's a,
name just in case.
you miss you missed my
Google him.
joke. You missed my joke.
What you
So
doing with the joke,
anyway,
friend? Damn, I missed it.
it don't matter. Yeah, it went right over your head.
It sure
But
did,
anyway,
friend.
it
All right.
absolutely did. You are so literal. It went whoo. But anyway, he has
My bad.
been fired from his job as the head coach of Michigan because he had an inappropriate relationship with a Michigan staffer, which has resulted in a pregnancy, I believe, or so.
Allegate the
Or,
allegations of a pregnancy.
allegedly, things start swelling. Game of telephone. And yeah, boy, oh boy, oh boy, this is a married man. Okay,
Hmm.
so you lost on a lot of things today. You might go home and the locks might be changed, but what what I am seeing is that even when you are at the top of your professional game, you still do not have self-control or a moral compass, and you decided to have an affair with a staffer, and however it ended up, he ended up getting arrested. I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know all the details of him being arrested, but like, what a way for your life to go to shit right here before the holidays, right here before bowl season, and you're the head coach of one of the top programs in the entire country. What a fucking idiot. What
Yep.
a massive idiot. Like, I don't even know what else to say about him. You have let your entire all of those students down. Those are young men who look up to you, and you have shown that you ain't no better than somebody off the street. Like, that is absolutely insane to me. When I saw that, I was like, what did they fire him for? Because they lost to Ohio State?
Mm,
No.
mm,
And for
mm.
them to have said, we have done our investigation, when did that start? Like, I
Oh,
need more. Like,
the
when did the
allegations.
investigation?
Apparently, that they knew about this for quite some time. The rumor is that they've known about this for weeks. Now, whether or not you believe that something happened from a recruiting standpoint, from National Signing Day, or if it's because that they lost to Ohio State, but somewhere along the lines, it was no longer cool with them, and then they broke up with him. That's the
Yeah,
allegation.
they waited till after that game, huh? Ah,
Yeah, of course they did. Of course they waited till after. So it gets worse for his for Moore, because he was detained by the police in Michigan this evening, and this is according to Dan Wetzel, who is a college football writer for ESPN. He's a senior writer. Sharon Moore was detained by police in Saline, Michigan this evening and turned over to police in Pittsfield Township for an investigation into potential charges. So the rumor is that this young man, Mr. Moore, was arrested for breaking and entering into an assistant's house. I don't know if this is the girl. We don't know who. And that authorities were called after claims were made that he was showing suicidal behaviors. And allegedly he showed suicidal behaviors to both his wife and someone else. So this has gotten from bad to worse, Frank. He is literally showing out after he got his signing papers, because he is not getting a buyout now because it's for cause.
because
So not only is he getting let go, he doesn't get any buyout money. He is crashing out right now. He's
I
crashing
mean,
out.
if I were him at this point, I would absolutely play crazy. I would play absolutely insane. I would go through all of what goes into you. You have to put me in the place for 30 days. You got to get, I'm playing completely crazy. If I flush my life down the toilet like that, I'm gonna play stomp down crazy. Uh and then make me one hell of a comeback story.
So I got the question that I have, right? Well, what does his white wife that he needed to tell us that she was white think about all of this?
Now, somebody else said that. I thought that that was Hubert Davis that said he's proud of his white wife.
No, he was heard saying that he loved his white wife.
Oh, I don't remember that for him. Well, I
Yes, for
mean, hey, well, the side chick is white too. Hey,
yes, I know.
I don't know what
I
I don't know.
know.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that. I mean, mm, mm-mm. You gotta leave people. And the message here is leave people at your job alone.
that is please. You're not supposed to eat where you shit. Isn't that what they say?
Yeah, leave people at your job alone. If he had an affair with somebody that wasn't a staffer at Michigan, that would be completely different. But
Mm-hmm.
you is a black man. You are still black. You
Mm-hmm.
are still black. A black man having an
Mm-hmm.
affair with a white woman staffer. That was an easy call for them. They getting ready to bring
Mm-hmm.
Brian Kelly over there, ain't it? God dog it. We ain't never gonna be rid of this man. Hey, I know Lane Kiffin is like, hey, is the ink dry on the
Mm, mm, mm.
contract?
And look, my thing is like I actually kind of feel bad for his wife because look, now I got to get dragged in this shit. You know what I'm saying? You out here embarrassing me in public. We got no money now coming in. We ain't gonna have no income coming in now. And now you out here cheating on me, with some girl. And now the allegations because it's look, if you Google it on Reddit, the allegations of the lady being pregnant are already like swirling. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
obviously we don't know if it's true. That's why we're saying allegations. You know what I mean? But the inappropriate behavior also allegations, but I mean he got fired over it, right? So clearly they know something more than just an allegation of sorts. And
Oh, they
so
didn't
my
invent. Yeah, they know it's true.
yeah, they know it's true. You know what I'm saying? And so my thing is that like you are embarrassing the fuck out of me in front of everybody. In front of everybody. And you ain't gonna be bringing in no income. Hey, hey, I don't know where we go from here. I don't. I don't know where we go from here because
Mm.
not only are you not only are you about to be broke, you embarrassed me in front of everybody.
Hey,
I'm embarrassed.
one thing a man gonna do is
One thing a
embarrass the
man
shit out
do
of
do
somebody.
is
They gonna
embarrass the
embarrass the
shit
shit
out
out
of
of you
somebody every single time. Every single time he
every
got to
time.
go. He got my problem with men is y'all think that whatever this person went through doesn't apply to you, especially
Hmm.
black men. As you look, you got lucky that they said, okay, well, you did good against Ohio State. We'll leave you on as a head coach, but they were always waiting for the opportunity to get rid of your black ass.
Boy,
Okay,
oh boy.
Mel Tucker
Mm.
was down the street at Michigan State, and the same shit happened where no, this lady wasn't a Michigan State employee, but he brought that lady in to speak to his team, and then he started having alleged solicited text messages, which I don't know how much of that I believe. I think that it started off one way, and I think then it got nasty when he probably was allegedly sending body pictures without being asked. And then now
Yeah.
it's like now I'm uncomfortable. It was okay when I was flirting with you, but I ain't trying to have no dick pics sent to me. I was flirting over the phone. And allegedly the man was doing all of these things on the phone, jacking off and all this other stuff. They want to get rid of y'all black asses. I don't know how to explain this any more than anybody. Okay,
Yeah.
if you're gonna be fucking out here, the last place we need to be fucking is at the place where you work or doing dirt related to the place where you work. You'd have been better off fucking the stripper down at Sally's.
I
Okay, I don't
know.
even know what Sally's is. I just made that shit up. I'm just making the point. There ain't nobody. We gonna judge you for fucking the stripper at Sally's, but you ain't about to lose your job for fucking the stripper at Sally's. Nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, and you gotta and also you deal with people who got as much to lose as you do.
Come on, come on with it.
You got
Come on,
way more to lose than she can slide on and go get her another job somewhere and disappear into the background. She got, you got a whole lot to lose, and that's what you're gonna be known for.
exactly. We're gonna forget this young lady's name in a week. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to. I don't even remember the lady who accused Shannon Sharp of the things that she accused. I
Mm-mm.
don't remember that lady's name. I know she got multi-million dollars though, and I know
Mm-hmm.
Shannon Sharp was the one on the other end of it because that's who that's how I view that situation. It was a Shannon Sharp situation because the other people don't be famous. So why do we
No.
care? We don't care about those other people. You are the person that we know, and y'all be acting like regular ass people out here, and that's the problem.
You see what Shannon Sharp is? Shannon Sharp doing the same thing me and you doing right now. He doing.
Doing the fucking podcast,
I lost
you
your good
know?
ESPN job or Fox, wherever he with ESPN, right? Yeah, ESPN
Yeah,
job.
lost your good job because you was out here
Now you Club
make.
Shay Shay permanently.
I just and nightcap. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, y'all gotta start being smarter. Y'all gotta make better decisions out here. It's never gonna stop because men just always think it's not gonna be them. So,
Mm-mm.
um, this goes out to Mr. Moore. Put your ass in that fucking volcano. You might never get another job again. I mean, you might get a coordinator job.
Yeah,
You might get a coaching job. Head coach, you can kiss that shit goodbye, brother.
no, that's a wrap.
Wrap it up. It's never happening again. Sorry to hear. Sorry for you, brother. Actually, I'm not sorry. Hope you can find some help for your mental health issues. But if you faking it, I can't say I don't understand. Because I would be trying to get somebody to feel sorry for me too. I'm not gonna even lie about that. So good luck to everybody involved. Any final thoughts that you may have?
Um, I I will say this. I'm really happy that Jasmine Crockett is going to run for a Texas state senator, and I'm gonna leave it right there because I could go on a little bit of rant about that, but I am all tapped out for today. So I am going to just say I'm really happy that she is throwing her hat in, and I'm happy to see that she's getting a lot of support, and I'm happy to see that there are people that are standing in front of her to combat people that's trying to already take her down. And we need fighters out there, and she's been fighting for us since we got into this hellscape that we are in. And so I just leave that on there. You go, girl. I don't care. I hope she go far. I really like her. I don't like some of the things that come along with black people being in the front, especially black women. Words like sassy and stuff like that. Don't get slapped out here. Don't get slapped out here. But I'm really happy for her, and I hope she can take it to the primaries and do well.
Yes. Congratulations to Jasmine Crockett on um, saying that she is running for Senate in Texas. And of course, we at the podcast of Gridiron Gals will be cheering you on to make sure that you get there. My final thought is really just simple. Just be kind to people this holiday season. Not even just this holiday season, but just be kind to people. We're
Hmm.
going through a lot. Everybody's going through a lot. The economy's not doing well. People are struggling out here. Um, Financially, emotionally, people are going through things. And also, it is holiday season, which makes things for
Yeah.
some people worse. And you never know
Hmm.
what people are going through. So, I'm asking you all to just find a way to be kind to people because you don't know what these people are going through. Just find a way to do something nice once a day for somebody. And by nice, I'm not saying it has to be monetary, or anything like that. Just, do something nice for a coworker or a stranger off the street. You know what I mean? Just find a way, even if it's just holding the door for somebody, just, you don't know. gestures, nice gestures go a long way. So just to be kind to everyone because people are going through a lot. So that is it for our Gridiron Gals Week 15 podcast. We hope that you enjoy the NFL games this weekend. I think that there's Army Navy this weekend and probably like some other D1 games, but I don't think bowl season really goes into effect until next week.
Yeah, it's
So
next week. Yeah.
yeah, so this week you get a little break, get Army Navy if you're into that type of thing. It's gonna be in Baltimore, I think, this year. So should be interesting. But get ready for bowl season that's coming up next week and enjoy your NFL games this weekend. And we will talk to you next week.
See ya.